So after a couple of days up in Scotland and a great day flying at Glencoe, we decided to drive back down to the Lake District as the wind was picking up a little bit in Scotland, and it looked like it was going to be flyable around the Keswick area. Yeah, many thanks to the guys at the Sick and the Wrong again in Keswick, the paragliding shop there, for their flying information. And also info from the Telegram site as well to realise that Blease Fell was probably going to be the best place to fly. Yeah, I managed to walk up with a couple of the local pilots, Guy and Andy, and they showed us some of the better areas where we could launch from, so that was really appreciated. And then Matt and myself got airborne. Yeah, I was first one to launch, and luckily went straight into some lift, got some good altitude straight away, and then started to make my way up the side of the mountain. As you can see from the video here, we were extremely lucky with the weather. Some decent thermals, beautiful blue skies, and a lovely day to spend some time in the air above some fantastic scenery. Yeah, really enjoying the new wing that I've got, the Air Design Volt 4 that I bought from Freddie. Free advertising for him on the wing, so hope you appreciate that, mate. But yeah, flying really nicely, and it was great to fly somewhere like this in the Lake District where I could fly for a little bit longer, get up in some decent thermals, see what it's like going up, and test it out in the glide where it performed pretty well. Yeah, as you could see from the start of the video, the temperatures were still pretty cold, down to 0 at night. Not quite as cold as it was up in Scotland, up at Glencoe, where it got down to -3, but still pretty chilly. So in the tent at night, I managed to bring along my little portable heater and pop that on at night, so it made quite a difference. And also thanks to Matt as well, he lent me a thicker sleeping bag, which made life a little bit more comfortable at night time. Yeah, we managed to find a decent campsite just west of Keswick, near Low Lorton, called Whinfell Hall Farm Campsite. And thankfully, just up the road was the Wheat Sheaf Inn, which done some really good food and nice and comfortable in there with some decent staff. Yeah, it was great getting away with Matt again. I think we both really enjoyed the road trip, all the way up to Scotland initially, and then broke the journey back down on the way back, so halfway back stopping off at the Lake District. So yeah, it worked out really nicely. Great fun spending time together, and also flying together. Still learning loads from him, and really enjoying our time together. Been lucky enough to do some amazing and spectacular flights out in Switzerland, Austria, Italy, France, and then earlier in this week up at Glencoe. But I have to say, this was one of the most spectacular flights I've done. Scenery below was stunning, the green, the lakes in the distance, the tops of the mountains, and just being in that air was pretty cool. So yeah, really enjoyed this one. Yeah, the hospitality from the local pilots was fantastic too. Everybody we spoke to was really helpful, giving us hints and tips on the flying, where to launch, obviously where the landing field was. And in particular, Andy Wallis was particularly helpful and actually guided us through the sky to sort of see where I could get to and which areas were safe to fly in. So followed him around quite a bit. So yeah, really appreciated. So thank you to you all. Yeah, I could see that Matt had already landed, so after a couple of hours of flying, really enjoyable time in the sky, I decided to head down towards the landing field. Thoroughly enjoyed that. It's nothing. It's a different world, isn't it? Different world. Yeah, after a good night's sleep at the campsite and a fly past by some F-35 jets, we made our way back towards Keswick. Found a nice little place for breakfast at Annie's Pantry just outside Keswick. Conditions on the second day were due to be even better, so it was back to Blease Fell, back to the same car park, hiked back up to the launch, met up with a few more local pilots, met Andy Austin and Pete Morris, as well as a few of the other local guys. Again, got some good information from them with regard to the flying, and off to launch and get back up into the sky. Yeah, I got a message from one of my old work buddies, Dave Toole, to say that he was living in the area, and he actually come over with his wife, met us at Blease Fell, walked up to launch with us, and it gave us an opportunity to have a chat about what we're up to now, and also go through some of our old stories from when we used to work together. So yeah, good times previously, and good to know that he's living in a beautiful part of the world and doing really well. Yeah, we hit some really nice thermals, got even more altitude than the day before, so reached just over 4,000 feet. I think some of the other guys may have got about another 1,000 feet above that, hitting some even better pockets of air and going up quite nicely. The day previously we were around about the 3,400 feet, so yeah, better conditions, but overall good couple of days flying. Yeah, with the experience of the previous day, I'd worked out where you could get to on the hill, especially with the wind direction, and using the other local pilots as guides. Managed to do around about a 25-kilometre triangle, so really happy with that. It was nice to push out a little bit further and test the glide on the wing as well, so yeah, cracking days flying. fantastic trip. 4 days away with Matt, 3 days flying. Some of the best flying I've done in the UK. So yeah, great decision to get away, and looking forward to our next one.